welcome to the Geek Easy Lounge, fellow geeks, where today we will be talking about the trade paperback Damned, published by Boom Studios, written by a man by the name of Stephen Grant, and art by Mike Zeck, Z-E-C-K. Now, a little interesting side note. Stephen Grant is one of Moon Knight's alter egos. I just thought that was kind of funny. When I picked this up at the store the other day, I knew nothing about this, but I sort of like these crime noir books, and this one did not disappoint. This is about a man by the name of Mick Thorne. It starts out with him in prison. And he's being released from prison after a long stint. And one of the interesting things about this is, starts out saying, most people in prison spend the time proclaiming their innocence. Mick wasn't one of those people. He admitted he was guilty the whole time, and he never recanted his story. So that right there made it a little bit, for some reason with me, made it a little bit more interesting, because we know the guy is not an angel. So he gets picked up by his parole officer, who, of course, is going to be one of those little hard asses. He says, drops him off at this little seedy hotel, apartment hotel type things, where it says, okay, this is where you're going to be staying. No booze, no women, no drugs. You're going to work this minimum wage job and make me happy. You're cool. You fuck me, you're going back inside. But he made a promise to a guy inside. Okay, that's kind of a trope there. You always have a guy who, gets released from prison and he has to make a promise, fulfill a promise to some dude inside who usually died, as is the case with this, and he has to deliver a message or do something for this guy once he gets out. And he can't go, because this guy's just like, he knows his parole officer is going to be all over him and make him send him back. But fortunately, the guy he works for is a con, and says, all right, look, you have to go to the city and fulfill this promise. I'll cover you with the parole officer for a couple days. Just don't get me in trouble. And he's like, oh, and Mick says, what do you get out of it? Well, you don't hear the answer, but then you see him on the phone a little later saying, hey, he's on his way. So he's doing him dirty, right? So what he needs to do is deliver a message to this guy's sister. Just deliver a message, and that's it, right? But when he gets there, all these crooks are trying to kill him and get information out of him as to where this money is, and he has no idea what he's talking about, what they're talking about. There's a couple of, because he spends time trying to look for this girl. And he even has one girl claiming that it's her. And it's not. It's a setup. And so he's gets out of these really hairy situations where all these people are trying to, beat the shit out of him and get some information out of him that he doesn't have as to some missing money. And there's a mob boss who is missing $15 million. I guess he blew it or something like that, and so his people are trying to get the money from him, and he doesn't have it, and he knows that the money was missing, and that he thinks that Mick knows something about it. And that's how this whole story goes. He's sitting there trying to find the girl and just deliver the message, keep his word, and survive all the crosses and double and triple crosses that are going on. And it's really well done. I mean, it's not a deep, complex piece of work, but it's fun. It's interesting. And, you have the art is really kind of interesting. It moves at a good pace. It's nice and tight, scripted, as are all Boom Studio books. They're all usually really good. So I recommend this book. Just if you want to have a little good time spending a couple of hours reading a type of book like this, I say get it. I'm going to give it a 4.0 out of 5 and say get it. Anyway, for those of you who have read it, let me know in the comments below what you thought of it. Like, subscribe, and enjoy your comics.